Yeah, so taxation is important for the trade union movement, of course, because taxation finances our essential services, our basic services, public services, social security in some cases, etc. And it's also financing and public investment. So it's, of course, something that is quite crucial to build the infrastructures in which our society can prosper. For sure, taxation is important. I think a second element is that then taxation have to be designed in a fair way, because the question of consent to taxation is an important topic. For example, there's a high consent when you see the polls of the EU population if it's about taxation on the wealthiest, so that those who are the wealthiest can contribute more because they are richest. But if we speak about climate taxation, for example, they are of course less supported because they affect the most vulnerable. And so it's an issue of fairness, taxation, so who is taxed, at which level, etc. And it's important in order to design policies that are fair. I think it's also an important trade union discussion to have, because on distribution of income, we have an important role as trade unions, and we are already able to influence this, because in companies, through collective bargaining in the sectors at national level, also with minimum wages when they exist, etc., with negotiations and social dialogue, we are able to influence the income distribution between capital and wages. While on taxation, it's more difficult. Taxation is on the wealthiest. The wealth of the richest in our society is accumulated over years, is not often invested in the real economy and promoting quality jobs. And so that's something that we have to tackle, because it's producing massive inequalities, and I understand that the inequalities in the wealth distribution is also because of the lack of trade union tools to influence it, while we have collective bargaining as a tool to influence wage, of course, increase and the income distribution. So this is a topic that we have to tackle. It has to be a transnational discussion, because taxation, since the globalization wave, of course, it's easy to transfer wealth from one country to another, to go and make fiscal evasion, etc., or fiscal optimization. So collaboration is needed, because then we are also stronger in order to impose strong rules, and making sure that the taxation is done not going on tax dumping, but really increasing the level of tax for the wealthiest individuals, so that they can finance both the social policies, the fight against inequalities, the fight against climate change, etc. So they are those who are the most responsible for their emissions. They are more responsible for the inequality, so they have to finance this. And the only answer for a trade union cannot be to look at national level to impose such taxation, because then the money would just disappear from one day to another through transfer of money by the richest individuals to another country, which would be more promoting the rights of the wealthiest to keep this money. So we need to act in solidarity in order to find solutions that also allow the development of these essential services that taxation can finance, also in the other parts of the world where taxation is less easy to impose. So that's also a global solidarity issue for trade unions.